Surf Training Factory.
And Lucas Morley speaking in as always.
So we're here, episode number 7.
Wow, 7 already?
I know, right?
That's so cool. Can't wait till it's like 100. We're gonna throw a big party here, some Brazilian dancers.
Oh my god, of course you would say that.
Yeah. This episode, we are talking about the best board bags.
Oh, board bags, my favorite.
So don't think that if you don't travel, you don't need one, which you might. So stay tuned and we're going to cover that, right? Because the board bag is not just for traveling overseas.
No, the board bag is for everyday use. There's also the socks that you guys can use. Longboard, shortboard, board bags are super important if you don't want wax all over the place.
Yeah, especially in sunny South Florida where the heat is 120 degrees inside your car. It's like you walk out and the wax just starts melting off your board.
Yeah, definitely. Our wax is definitely all over the place. So we're going to go over our favorite board bags that we recommend the most. If you go into our website on the recommended gear, we actually have a page about this, but we wanted to make a video for you guys and explain it to you a little bit more and what we look for in the board bag and everything like that.
Of course, and if you can't understand or kind of visualize what we're talking about, you can always head over to the website and check out that page to actually read it thoroughly about everything and see some pictures too of what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, exactly. So there's all the board bags and then there's links if you want to purchase one and everything like that.
Yeah, and instead of spending all your money in that surf trip, save a little bit of the money and to invest in a board bag that might save you more money in the future.
Yeah, so our goal is to teach you guys about which board bag is the best for you, so you don't have to buy a board bag every year.
Yeah.
Because they can last very, very long. Like ours just gave out and then we've had it for like what? 5 years?
I was about to say it's at least 5 years.
Yeah.
At least 5 years. And it's gone to many, many different countries.
Yeah, the strap just gave out, so it's officially
and again,
retired.
Well, the strap gave out. So if you're creative enough, you can make a homemade strap. So I actually know how to make a homemade strap. So that one, that means we can kind of resuscitate.
Well, not really, because it got drilled into by the airline.
Well,
so.
yeah, that's a whole
now
other
there's holes
topic
too.
of how wonderfully the
airlines
take
care about you.
Yeah, so
they don't.
We're gonna start with the FCS Double, Triple Travel Board Bag.
Yeah, so that's the one that you can fit 2 or 3 surfboards depending on how big your surfboards are. We usually fit 3. 2 of my small ones. Yeah, shortboards definitely.
They're all below 5'11", every single board.
Yeah, but I think the board bag is 6'2" board bag. You always want to make sure that you have a bigger board bag than your boards.
100%. It's like kind of like the shoe. You don't put on your shoe and your toes are screaming out the front of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you have a bigger one so that you can put your leashes, your towels, your wetsuits, your wax, your fins, and have room for the boards to breathe a little.
Right. Not only that, by adding the wetsuits and the towels and everything like that, it's just not just thrown in there. It's actually strategically packed.
Oh my god!
Don't we have a video about that?
No, but we will soon because we're going to California. So
yeah, we should definitely. We're going to do a video. We should be going to California June 7th through 11th. So any of you guys that are in California,
let us know.
You guys want to hang out, maybe do a workout together, or maybe a paddle out. Hit us up. Leave the comments below.
We will be in Oceanside June 11th, but every other days. We
can surf different spots. Yeah, whatever we find, we're going to go and surf those different spots. We've surfed a bunch of them in California, but there's a couple still missing.
We haven't been to, so I think we're going to go to Trestles this year, and we're going to go to Black's Beach and Mission Beach. Those are definitely on the list.
Whichever works out. But so we will shoot that video since we are packaging again. She's actually packaging. Packing the board. She's definitely a ninja when it comes to it.
I've done it so many years.
And there's multiple ways to do it. There's kind of like the whole waxing the surfboard. You'll get people like, that's the wrong way to wax a surfboard. Like seriously? Just like there's multiple ways to tie your shoe.
Yeah.
There's not one wrong way.
Yeah.
Take that out of your head. That's like a one-dimensional person. There's multiple ways that you can wax your board, multiple ways you can pack your board, multiple ways you can tie your shoes.
Yeah, but if you watch the pro surfers, they kind of just throw the boards in there without any protections.
Oh,
guys,
when you
guys have to get used. You have to understand that they get free boards year round. They get at least 50 boards a year. We get one every 4 years.
And again, obviously depends on your priorities.
Of course.
You can have 80,000 boards and live in a car.
Yeah, 100%. So we take care of our boards a lot more. So I usually pack them up a lot more than the pros do. The pros just put as much boards as possible. They put like 10 boards in one board bag.
Yeah.
I actually wrap them, and yeah, you guys will see the video because it gets pretty intense. It takes like a whole 2 hours to pack that board bag perfectly.
So, back into the FCS Double Triple Travel bag that we will be shooting a video about. That's the bag we're going to be using?
I don't know.
Well, we'll figure it out.
It might give out.
Okay,
I don't know.
We'll figure it out. But you know what? One of the things I like about this board bag, I'm pretty sure this is the one. I'm actually trying to find it. This is the one with the fragile sign.
Yes, it has the fragile signs.
That is so cool.
I mean, their airlines don't really care for that.
No.
But it helps. It really does.
You might get that one good-hearted person that sees the fragile and goes, hey, I'm actually going to take care of this. Most don't, from what we've seen, and there's plenty of videos out there of people from the airline, like inside the airplane, videotaping the dude just chucking things across.
They kind of hate us surfers for some reason.
Well, you know what's funny? That one of the airlines actually lets you fly your boards for free because it's actually part of the states.
Okay, it's United Airlines, to and from California only. Not if you're connecting flights. To and from California only.
Yes.
It's free boards. Up to 2 boards, I think, per bag. You guys have to make sure that you check that with the airlines because it's happened to me before. I went to California and I had 4 boards in my board bag. And they asked me how many I had and I said 3 because it was just so big. It was not realistic for me to say 2. So they made me fly a board without any protection, literally just thrown in there.
Either that or don't go on your trip, lose your money, lose everything. So they know what they're doing because you're not going to give up on your trip and you come out losing.
Yeah, and I've noticed that the earlier you get to the airport, the harder they are on that rule, and the later you get to the airport, they're like, get me out of here.
Yeah, depending on the airline, they might not even charge you just because they want to keep things moving along, and just might get your board in there.
Yeah, and if you're running late for your flight, we did that last year, they don't care, they kind of just take your stuff.
Yeah, and then we also
but don't do that.
And then our boards never showed up to the other country. That's a whole other story. So let's move on let's keep moving on. We can go on and on about trips and flights and board bags and the way that certain flight places treat your equipment, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, you want to make sure that you have a bag that's just not too stiff. So there are hard bags, but again, we prefer a
not
little
too
softer,
flimsy, but
definitely not flimsy. Yeah, like a sock. A sock is really, really flimsy.
Yeah, no. So it's stiff, but it's not too stiff.
Yeah.
And make sure that the width and the thickness is good, guys, because when you're fitting 3 boards in there, plus wetsuit and towels, it gets thick really fast.
Yeah, and as you pile up more boards, you know, the width narrows down a little bit because you're extending it, right? The height is increasing, so the board width is decreasing slightly. So just make sure you can fit your boards if you have those like potato chip boards, very wide.
Make sure that you pack them right because it just gets... You have to make sure that it actually closes all the way through.
Yeah, and it can even fit maybe even like a fun-shaped board and a short board.
Yeah.
Again, depending on the size of your short board.
Yeah, the thick, I feel like the wider it is, the less surfboards are going to fit in, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So, that's our favorite bag, is the FCS Double Triple Travel board bag.
Yep.
You can find those on Amazon. You can find them in different things. Maybe your local surf shop has it. Not every surf shop, you know, has board bags. It really depends on the size and probably the
but a lot of surf shop will, like, if you go up to them and you'll say, hey, I'm looking for this board bag, they actually order it for you because they don't have it in stock. It's just so big in the shop. So they usually order it for you. And then you get it in like the next shipment or something.
Yeah, definitely check your local surf shop. Help them out too. You know, I know some things you can get it online, but anytime we can help the local surf shop, we do.
Yeah.
And we recommend that. It keeps the community going, right?
For sure. So that board bag has like pockets for the wax and for your fins
your
and
leashes and all the accessories. You can put them in there.
Yeah, I like pockets. It keeps everything organized, and it also has like straps inside the board bag for you to tie the boards together.
Yeah, so they're nice and snug in there, and and then shifting left and right.
Yeah.
Also, I recommend a Ziploc bag for your wax.
Yes,
inside the board bag, because when it melts, at least it melts inside the bag and doesn't melt inside your board bag and just destroy the whole interior of the bag.
Yeah, for sure.
The little
Especially
side
if it's
pocket,
new.
right? Yeah.
Especially if it's new, you don't want wax everywhere.
No.
As much as I love surfing, I hate wax and sand. So.
All right, moving on to the second board bag. It's an everyday board bag, Pro-Elite session, right?
Pro-Lite session.
Pro-Lite. But if you put an E in front of it,
it's elite.
It's elite. That's what it did. Sounds better.
Pro-Lite
Would better, man.
session. It's not a board bag that you're gonna fit 3 to 4 boards in it. It's a board bag that you use from your house to a road trip, your house to the beach. Something that you can just put it in the bag, put it on top of your shoulder, and go.
Right, not really thrown in an airplane or anything like that.
I mean, you can. I've done it if you're only traveling with one board. That's easy, but most of the times when you go on surf trip, you're bringing more than one board.
Right. One breaks, something breaks, it gets
backup equipment
dinged up, nice hole in it. You gotta fix it, let it dry when you put the epoxy. More than one bag is definitely the way to go. This is something that again I would use in a road trip, hour and a half drive, 10-hour drive, but I'm coming back the same day type of thing.
Yeah.
Now, if in a car, do not get wax everywhere, because when that heat kicks in and that wax starts melting, it's going to go inside the board bag, and you're better off doing that. And again, I'm talking about the wax that's already on the board.
Yeah.
You already waxed it, and you throw it in there, heat's kicking in.
It's better that it goes on the board bag than on your car seats. It's so much harder to get it off the car seats. I've been there. I've never been able to get it out. So.
Yeah, and there's less chances of getting it dinged.
Yeah. That's why the board bags are there, guys.
Yeah, and some people take care of boards differently, right? So you might take care of your board better than I do, and I might just throw mine in there with no board bag, and if she has hers in the board bag and so-and-so just throws that board in there, you're like, yeah, whatever, this is why I have my board bag, or my board in the bag to protect it. Really helps tremendously minimize the amount of injury, right, to your board.
Yeah, and that Pro-Lite session surfboard bag, it actually has enough space in the bag so that your fins can fit in, so you don't actually have to take your fins out.
That's a pain in the butt.
When you're traveling, you're taking the fins out, but everyday use, you don't need to take your fins out.
No. And especially, again, if you're checking out spots, like sometimes you drive an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours looking for a better surf spot, it's good to have it in that board bag and not have to remove the fins every time.
Such a pain.
It gets a pain. It's pretty simple. It's just an extra step that you have to do.
Yeah, it takes another 10 minutes.
That you don't have to, right, to focus on that.
Yeah. So next one, you can get for everyday use, instead of a board bag, you could also get a sock.
Yeah.
But that won't prevent the dings as much. It will prevent the scratches for sure, and the wax to melt into that sock, but it won't prevent the dings.
No, but if the wax also melts inside the sock,
that's not cool.
It's kind of like your regular sock. Melt wax inside your sock and then try to remove it.
Gross.
Yeah, it takes a long time, very time consuming, very hard to do. But again, it's something that's going to protect your board a lot more. With scratches mainly and not dings.
If you put it on the roof of the car.
Yeah, and I have that for my longboard, so I don't travel with my longboard. It's just not something that I'm willing to.
It is so much more of a hassle.
Spend that extra money for the
longboard bag.
For the longboard bag, but I do have a sock for daily use, and if I go on a trip or if I gotta put it on top of the car, then it's a good idea to have the sock in there too. Right, you gotta tighten down everything, and I want to make sure it's not getting scratched up.
Yeah, for sure.
So sock is easy to get, plenty out there. A lot of people are selling them like on Craigslist, offer.
Yeah, they go for cheap, guys. I think I found one for like $30. It's not a brand name, obviously, but hey, who cares? It's a sock.
No, brand names are not promising to protect it any better. It's just the brand name.
Yeah.
So if you see one that the name you don't know, that's going to be completely fine.
Yeah, I think it'll work out just fine.
So that's a mini segment on just that sock. And now we're going to be talking a lot more about the longboard bags. Real deal longboard bags. Right?
Yeah, so longboard bags actually are so much more expensive. They range from $200 to $800,
right?
Depending on what you're looking for, and depending on how many boards you're fitting in. 100%. Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be cheaper when you're just fitting like 1 or 2 boards, and it's gonna get more expensive as you're getting more boards.
Yeah, so the Pro-Lite wheeled Coffin, I know it sounds weird, it's called Coffin, but the Pro-Lite wheeled Coffin can fit up to 4 longboards, depending on obviously how big they are and everything.
Not Connor Coffin, right?
No. Oh my god.
Like a coffin.
Creepy. Okay, Pro-Lite wheeled Coffin can fit up to 4 longboards depending on how big they are.
Yeah.
It's super easy to carry and it has wheels, guys, because if you have a strap and you have 4 longboards in it, your shoulder is gonna break.
But it's got a hole for the fin too.
No, you gotta take your fins out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that bag yet.
No, it's huge. Yeah, because longboards are 9 feet tall, so they're at least 9'6" board bags.
Yeah. You said it fits 2 to 4 boards?
2 to 4 longboards in it. Yeah, and don't break your shoulder with it. So that's why there's wheels, and you literally just drag it across the airport.
Yeah, it's super important. A lot easier.
So much easier.
Longboards are definitely heavy and awkward to carry, and if you can just drag it along, it's going to make your life 10 times easier.
Yeah, but you were talking about the everyday board bag that has a hole for the fin, so
right.
you don't have to take it out. Yeah, we have that one.
So yeah, so that's what I was going to say. So if you're getting a longboard bag that is an everyday use, you're going to get in and out, and again, you're trying to save that extra 10 minutes, however long it takes you to get the fin in and out. This one, they have a hole at the end where the fin goes through, and it's
so much easier.
So much easier to get and not have to worry about taking the fin apart or even having the tools to take the fin apart.
Yeah, because you know you need a screwdriver to take that fin out.
So you would not use that as a travel bag. You don't want that long fin dangling outside when they're putting it in the airplane. That thing might easily get snapped.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah. That's
and they'll break your fin box and just not good. So make sure that you get the board bags, especially if you're traveling with longboard with wheels. It's just so much easier for you, and it has a bunch of pockets for accessories like your fins and your wax, your leashes, your whatever.
All the other tools that some are still using that flathead screwdriver to remove the fin.
Yeah, you need to actually travel with a screwdriver.
But they're still the one that you can pop in. There's a pop-on fin. Yeah, it's new, but still.
It's very new. Not a lot of shapers use it.
Yeah, our 2 longboards still have the screwdriver thing.
Yep. So what are the features that we look for in a surfboard bag, right? I mean, I'm kind of really strict on it.
Well, first thing I want to look for is lots of space.
Lots of space and straps inside so that it can keep your surfboards together. I think
they're huge features for that. For the traveling one, like overseas type of thing, is going to be the straps inside and just a lot of spaces, because with a lot of spaces you can add the towels and you can add the wetsuits to it. You can use all of that for padding. If you use the noodles on the side of the boards as well for the rails. I mean, there's so many ways to pack it, but more space is going to be better just because you can add. That bag already gives you great protection, but imagine that protection with more protection inside with the towels and the wetsuits wrapped around it. Okay?
Yeah. So another thing I look for is a big zipper. You know, like the flimsy zippers from wetsuits, they always break. But the big one, the heavy duty ones, that is what I look for.
Right, the zipper, the little teeth from the zipper too, they're big, they're wide. You're not looking for something like as narrow as my finger. It's something like...
It's super thick.
I don't even know how to
so I look for those definitely because they're just so much bigger and they can handle a lot more pressure.
Easier to pull, open and close.
And they won't break as much with the salt and the sand, whether if you're taking the surfboard bag to the beach or not, it's still going to get salt and sand because your boards have all of that. Your towels, your wetsuits, whatever you're putting in there, I'm sure has some type of sand.
Yeah, well, a good idea to do anyways is what a lot of people don't do is they don't take that time after coming back from the beach or traveling, whatever, and that board's been in the sand or in by the salt water, is to actually rinse off that zipper. That's
we're
going to talk about
that soon, for sure.
Man,
we're talking about maintaining. Okay,
no, we're not going to talk about it now. I'll talk about it now. That's just me. I'm like, I got to clean that up.
Yeah, for sure. So you want to look for the curved front and back, whatever whatever they're called.
The end of the board?
Yeah, I guess so.
Or the top and the bottom?
Yeah, so you want to look for the curved ones, but not pointy.
Or the nose and the tail?
The nose and the tail, I guess so. Because if you have a pointy one and then you have a fun board, it won't fit in there. So make sure that you look for the curved ones, just so that you can fit all types of boards in there.
That's probably an easier one to do. Yeah, just the one with the rounder nose is gonna fit everything. Again, depending on the size of that board.
Yeah, and then look for like wheels or shoulder straps.
Wheels are super important.
Wheels are
Again,
so
it just
much
makes your
easier.
life easier. You know, if you're traveling with a kid or something, or somebody's just not as strong and you're relying on them to help you out, if you have the wheels, you don't need it. You can do it yourself.
But when you get the ones with the wheels, know that it's a lot more expensive. Just so you know.
Convenience. You're paying for convenience.
Of course.
Yeah, it's kind of like first class versus coach.
Yeah, first class is nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
So look for the pockets for your fins, for your leashes, for your wax. For
and some will have the pockets outside, and some will have the pockets inside and outside.
I like inside. I feel like outside, the airline companies are going to steal everything. That's just how it is.
Haven't had many good experiences with airlines and flying.
No, we have. JetBlue
Many
and Alaska Airlines have been amazing.
Was it Virgin we went to one time that was really
good?
It
was, I think Virgin and Alaska are together.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Anyways, those were great. Everybody else, not really. We haven't tried United. We're trying United this year, so we'll keep you guys posted on that one.
Yeah, if you guys want to send us a message and know which airlines to stay away from that we recommend.
Which one do you not recommend?
At all, ever for traveling?
Ever.
It goes against like almost every surfer's traveling etiquette. They all use it, but it's the worst one possible in the universe. 1, 2, 3.
Spirit.
It's just it. Spirit is horrendous when it comes to, and I mean, they owed you like, how much money did they owe you this?
They owe us at least $300 from like 4 years ago, and I never saw a dime. They didn't bring our surfboards to
Guatemala?
Nicaragua.
For,
and then they messed up on my surfboards on my way to California 3 days later.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and it's just impossible to get a hold of them to do anything. Like once you get out of the plane.
Oh, and they sent my surfboard by itself. Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, but anyways, once you get out of the airplane, whatever country you're in, you're flying back home, you're going to the country, you need to stop in the airport.
Yes.
Open the bag. This is over the top.
In the airport.
In the airport, but you know how it's like locked up, it just came in, it's rolling in, like I'm videotaping everything because as it's coming out, I'm pulling it out, I'm opening, everything's on video. It's not like, no, you opened it up and you did this yourself. It's like, no, look dude, it's coming out of the carousel. Here I am pulling it out, here I am opening it up, and here are the machete marks.
Yeah, there's usually the paper saying that custom went in there. They usually open your board bag because they think that we do something weird with it, I guess.
Smuggle drugs.
Yeah, so it's happened to me that they're literally drilled holes, like with a drill, through the board bag, through 3 boards, like 5 or 7 times inside, and we never saw any money. That was in Ecuador. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's again, that's with the board bags. So
yeah, through the board bag.
If you have an expensive board bag, they'll drill through the board bag.
They don't care.
Into your board.
They're jealous. They don't care.
No.
So maintaining and getting the most out of your board bag, that is like what Lucas.
Well, no, I mean, I do like that, but here's the thing. No board bag is gonna be strong enough to stop a drill to going through it. So let's stop that. To maintain it, you can't do anything about that. When you have a hard shell board bag, they're easier to clean, of course, because the surface is harder and you can rub whatever
Coffin board bags.
Wax is in there. Other than that, socks are really, really hard to clean out. You can just throw it in the washer and dry, but getting the wax out of a soft material is really hard.
And it's gonna get all over your washer and dryer, so forget about that too.
Yeah. Also, say you put your surfboard, you did your last surf session, you have to run to the airport to go home, and everything is soaked. When you get out home, dry it out, hang it out. Let it be maybe in the sun, because it's gonna stink. It might get moldy inside. Most of the times, no, but still, maybe leave it open and let it drip with the bottom open. That way, it drips down instead of being upside down and creating a pool. by the nose.
Yeah, so we do that a lot. We usually run out of Oceanside straight to the airport. So
Every year.
Wetsuits are soaked, boards are soaked. I mean, like and the board bag gets so much heavier because the wetsuits are wet, but hey.
Yeah, it is what it is. So it's important. A lot of people don't think that they take care of their surfboards. They take care of their wetsuits. They dry that. They hang that. But your board is the same exact thing. If you can dry it out first, reach in there with a towel, and then do it, it's going to take a longer step. But the more expensive, you spend $800 on a board bag, you should be taken care of.
Yeah, for sure. But it's going to last you years. Like, I've had this other board, but I feel like at least 10 years. Like, it just lasts forever.
Yeah.
If you take care of it, for sure.
Yeah, and don't put it under things that might ruin it, right?
Just like a suitcase. You don't want to put like
don't start stacking
TV.
things on top of it. That might break the zipper. It might break the Velcro. It might just destroy your whole entire board bag.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're putting on top of it, right?
I agree.
Some are reachable.
Yeah,
right? So you don't have a bunch of
like cockroaches and stuff like that.
That's a tough one. Cockroaches are everywhere, but maybe
close
just keep
it before you put it away, and
maybe higher up on a shelf after you cleaned it. That way nothing gets into it. Always after you dry it, after you hung it up and you hand dry a little bit of the inside and let the water drip out. Close all the zippers up nice and tightly so when you don't use it for about a year or 2 or 6 months or 3 months, you don't open and find a bunch of animals, critters, and insects crawling out of. I mean, most of us leave it in the garage or a basement or something.
I hate those.
So they can get in there really easy. So once it dries up and it's nice, zip everything up so nothing gets in there. You can fold it up without a problem. I wouldn't turn it into a little ball. I would just probably fold it in half, and that's it. You can set it somewhere wherever you want.
Yeah, and avoid leaving it in the sun, guys, because the color and the material is just gonna fade out. Yeah. So make sure that you leave it hanging in the sun for an hour. It's not gonna hurt it, but that's it. Don't. Yeah,
take it out again. Anything the sun gets a hold of it too much. You can look at the flags at the beaches.
Flags
when the yellow flag, red flag, green flag at the beach. The black ball flag, if you guys have that, like California has it. I know Florida has it. Those flags get destroyed, just the sun and the wind. Yeah. So that would be the same thing with the board bag. That type of material is going to get destroyed.
100%. So always check your airlines for the conditions that they have, like 2 surfboards per bag, 1, 2, 3. I mean, some don't have restrictions. Go at it.
Some don't charge you an arm and a leg to fly them. Some do. So check everything. I usually shop around to see if it'll come. Like, even though the ticket might be $150, if you count the boards that are $150 each way, then you're actually losing. So right. The one that goes to California, that one the board is free, correct?
United, yeah. But from Florida, it's kind of hard to fly with them. You have to do one stop or something like that.
Okay.
So.
Either way, so check the airlines. Some airlines can be really, really tricky. Obviously, this is geared towards the guys and the gals that have not gone all over the world surfing. For you guys that have surfed everywhere, you've encountered everything. You've used even different airlines, to go to.
Let us know which one's your favorite.
Yeah, let us know which one you have. Maybe take a picture of it and tag it on the post and show us and educate other people on it, because your opinions
might be different from ours.
And it's completely fine, because you might like a certain board bag because of a certain feature that we don't have or we didn't talk about, and that might help other people. That's all what it's about. It's just helping and sharing as much knowledge about this so that others don't waste their time like we have wasted our times buying certain things that, time and money, where certain things we just didn't know about and maybe was too cheap, and we could have spent $30 more and purchased something a lot better. That would have lasted a lot longer.
Yeah, so always check for your dings at the airport, like Lucas was talking about.
Super important. On video. That way it's not a he said, she said. The thing's coming out of the carousel, you already have the video going because you haven't opened it or not. If you open the bag and you start shooting the video, you already opened the bag. You could have done it before the video, right?
I mean, you can still find ways, but
This is extreme, but when it's happened to you multiple times, this is what you do.
Yeah.
Simple.
It's happened to us too many times.
Right.
So wrap your boards in towels and wetsuits. I like to make it like a human-looking thing with my ponchos.
Which we're gonna do the video for in a couple of days, month.
In the month. Mm-hmm. We're heading out in the month. So, yeah, make sure you wrap it in towels and wetsuits if you're traveling with wetsuit. If you're not, lucky you're going to a tropical place.
Yeah.
You don't need all that other
wetsuits.
Stuff.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, let us know. We're here to help.
Yep.
If you want to check out our recommended gear on our website, surftrainingfactory.com, it has all the board bags and all the links so that you can purchase one as well.
Correct. Yeah, makes your life easier as well.
Yeah, for sure. And then thank you, guys.
Yeah, don't forget to comment. To like, to hit that thumbs up button, to hit
Spam
that
like button.
Yes, as much as you can. Share with other people and tag them as well. And again, like we said, share your insight as well, because that can help other surfers, beginners, or intermediates that need more knowledge on this, guys. So thank you for watching, and we're going to see you on the next episode next time.